Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie, so we're going to look at Starmer and his Cobra meetings that he's having talks with regarding future civil unrest. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, but before I do, somebody made a comment about hearing a voice on the last video. I think it was part 2 of Fergie 27.21. We do get noises, we do get orbs as well. I think the best one, or the most important one I've ever had in my life, was that Cherie Mahon video that I did. I'd been working with a team, not spiritual, a real team, to, you know, just try and work on it. It was an old video that I'd done about 4 years ago. They'd seen it on my missing channel that I never has practically gone missing anyway, and they'd seen it on there and wanted me to read on it more, which I did, and I got such a good love, a cuddle, you know. It was like she was in my arms, and right at the beginning she sends the orb, and I told my son and everybody, and they was like, no, that's not an orb, that's to do with editing and this, that and the other. Well, the thing is, on the video, it wasn't there. It's not on the actual video that I put in. You can only see it once I've uploaded it as well. It was like, I don't know how it works, but anyway. So yeah, we do. We get. I've got a spirit guide called Freddie. He comes in. It's my mum's cousin's father. That's a story and a half, okay? What, she wasn't impressed when I told her at all. Apparently they fell out, which he did warn me about. So he comes through, and then I've got a woman that I don't know. She's like classed as a guardian angel for me. She's not doing such a good job, are you, missus? Not with all the shit I've had to go through for the, well, not just me, my family as well, past few years. So, you know, and then my mum and my nana, and even my grandma's come through as well. So, brilliant. So let's just ask, you know, was this voice a real voice? Oh my god, judgment, okay. So I have a lot of them in the same room as me, so I don't know whether we're on like different realities, you know, where they can pass through and another generation can pass through, and, you know, before you know it, you've got your house full, haven't you? Okay, and what did they want us to know? That's me and you. What did they want us to know? Peace and loving, stability. So maybe it's reassurance, you know, that we do have people that come through. I don't know if it's that phone, you know, because it picks up loads. The other week, after I'd done my Charles's death day, epic fail, by the way, but anyway. So, but after that, I did a video and it had a male's voice on right at the beginning, you know, like just a kind of thing, but I heard him, and anyway, I thought, I'm not putting that up, I'm gonna look like crazy, crazy, but they do come around me, and the more I allow it, the more playful they are as well. So peace at last, it's like, content, you know. Oh, well, it could be my family coming through as well, a member in my family. Oh, was it a member in my family? So what they do is, I don't know whether it's my mum, because they come and then they try and then they give up and walk away, and then they come back again. So it's not always with me. I do try and read on my mum and my grandma and and Freddie, and you know, they're just not available all the time to you. Which is funny, that, because you'd think I'd have loads to say to a dead person, wouldn't you? But I don't, are you all right? What you up to? What you doing? Is there anything I should know in there, you know, with the family? Do you want me to pass a message or out like that? And I think that's it. You know, that spans it for me. Okay, so you was right, love, and break. And break. Do my guards ever get spooked? No, they're there for support and reassurance, but they don't want you dependent on it neither. You know, that's kind of like what, you know, this is turning into another reading. Anyway, we'll go with it. It's love and support, but they don't want you dependent on it. So I already know that I don't encourage people to have reading after reading every week, every month. You know, it's not healthy to depend on somebody else. So sometimes when I'm drawing that card, it's like, crack on, just do it, you know. Stop asking us for reassurance, just do it. I think I'll do Keir Starmer next after this. Huh. There you go, all my questions went away. How often do you pop round me? How often, you know, how often do you pop round me? Well, when I think they're with me, they're probably not. And when I don't think they're near me, they probably are. How do they communicate with me? Something in writing, not saying in the dark. Well, that'll be the cards. But it's not, it's as if I'm watching something and then I'm not knowing. I'm watching something, but I'm not knowing it's for me. So we know you're not seen, and we know you're in the dark, of course, because I can't see you, but something in writing. Well, I do automatic writing, so when I'm reading for people privately, I type it out and use the words, and then all of a sudden, you know, they jump in and hijack me and get me writing so-and-so. Before you know it, I've completed a whole bloody reading and I ain't got a clue what I said. They're watching. They watch me. Do they watch me reading? Oh yes, look at that. Especially my mother. She loves it. She used to love it in the real life, you know, before she passed. Always bring your cards. There was not one ever visit that I went with until she had like later stages of dementia. It was bring your cards, and what you knew what that meant was bring your cards, so don't bother. If we was in a car somewhere, she'd get me reading. If we was in the kitchen, she'd get me reading. So yeah, definitely. Okay, how do they feel I've progressed as a psychic, especially in the last 5 years, because I did stop for 16. I mean, obviously I had my intuition late, but I stopped reading for other people or looking at things on the telly. I stopped reading. So how do they feel that I've progressed in the last 5 years? Out of your control, bad luck. Oh, well, I'd definitely say the last 5 years have been something else for varying different reasons. Shocked. Are you shocked that I stuck it? Oh, look at that. Yeah, that I stuck with it. So you've got money here and security, banking on things, being certain of something. You know, if you can see £4, there's definitely £4. I think that's before I took a break. And then you've got the enforced isolation. Accept and make peace. Well, that would have been the 16 years I took a break from, because I had 3 children that had lost their mum, and I didn't want to mess about, you know, and it was sad, honestly. Oh, if I could let that mother in my head, it was tears all the way, absolute tears, really upset me, nothing nice about it. She was distraught and I couldn't cope with it, so yeah, that I wasn't doing that, and I wasn't going to say anything to the children neither, but like, it was uncanny, because I'd no set, I knew loads and loads of stuff that I shouldn't have possibly have known. Overslept late. Could that be like I've been on and off then? What's the shock about? What was you shocked about, guys? Yeah, this is about how often I do something, how often, you know, how I was ready finally, you know. I would say I was, I don't know, I want a toy psychic from being a child at all. I used to tour the UK and everything, so, but maybe I'm just, that's it. I found my space. Right, I didn't really used to stick to much. I told you I'm in with fads, but I was never a fad about the Matara at all. Maybe this shocked I'm doing okay. That all depends on what your viewers okay. I think I'll have to settle with, you know, higher levels of accuracy than I would normally have. Or maybe I just believed more as well. Funny, they think I'm funny. Do my guides, or, you know, do they pass messages into my brain? Discontent, effort required. So definitely feelings. Discontented, effort required. Sometimes, yeah, it'll be a job and a half getting to me, but it's also a job and a half for me to get to them as well and connect. I think that's what it is. Well, and I do disconnect, okay? Every private reading I do never stays in my head, because it's not meant to. Mind you, we're saying that I'm shit with names, crap with dates. So I tell you, it's a wonder I remember to show up. They're responsible for my cracking sense of humour. No, that's all done by yourself. So it's like exaggerating things. Well, yeah, I do, don't I? False claims. No, they can't claim that at all. Where do I get my sense of humour from? Everywhere. Everywhere, okay. It's like when I'm talking, I never know what's coming out next. It's like it just flows, doesn't it? I remember when I started, my best friend said to me, "Oh, I don't know, you can talk to yourself for an hour." I thought you'd be my mate for about, 15 years. Actually, she didn't even know I did this stuff. I didn't tell anyone. There was no point, was there? What's the point in saying I used to be an ex-psychic, you know? What does, what do these people want? No, tell me more about this person. Is it a man that we had? Oh, absolutely. Oh, loves coming out to talk to me. Is it Freddie? No, it's a different man. Ooh. Cheeky Charlie Chappie. That looks like my husband. Is that my husband? The King of Wands? What I'm seeing in their universe? No. Oh, right, okay. Tell me more about yourself. Introduce yourself then, because I've got no idea who you are at the moment. So he was married to a woman. Married to a woman. Are you in my family? No. Oh. Getting married to a woman. Why would you show me here? Tell us a bit about yourself. Tell us a bit about yourself. I've got no idea who he is. I've got no idea. Have I met you before, Mr. King of Wands? No, he's part of my team. Oh, bloody hell. Is the King of Wands? Does his name begin with S? Oh my God. So this is somebody I was in a relationship with. He's called Stephen. And that is me. Is the Queen of Pentacles me? Is that how he saw me? I don't think it's me. But he didn't have a girlfriend. I was the last person. Didn't happen that way. Is Stephen looking out for me? He comes round every now and again. Don't like to see me upset. Well, I never knew that because I've never asked, actually. Okay, Stephen. That's about losing weight. Is Stephen telling me that I've lost some weight? Absolutely. Wow. You couldn't believe it. Wow. Oh my word. So is it Stephen's voice coming through on my videos? You don't need reassurance. You don't need reassurance. That's what I get. That's asking for it and not taking advice neither. Okay then. Oh my God. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Can I ask about what happened? Well, I'm going to anyway. What happened that night or early hours of the morning? What happened at the time you died? So he's left somewhere, probably a bar. I think he's ordered some food. And then leaving, so leaving a relationship, leaving a job, leaving his house. Why did you kill yourself? Because nothing was going his way. He was in debt up to his eyeballs. There'll have been shame as well. Unfair, just like couldn't get out of it. He was actually an alcoholic, but a high functioning one. He had an amazing job, amazing life, or so you would think. And then really it was sad to see their decline. And he kept making promises that he couldn't keep. There's something in writing not seen in the dark. That was the night that he hung himself and sent me a text asking me for help. But it was 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and my phone was downstairs. I never saw it. And when I did see it, it was too late. I was getting, I tell you when it wasn't that long after my hen night. I'd seen him on a night out on my hen night and he bought everybody a drink because he was very magnanimous and generous like that. He really was. And I felt very uncomfortable, obviously, because, well, do you know what? I think I'd been with my husband about 7 or 8 years and I still felt uncomfortable being in his company because I felt I was betraying my husband as well. So last time I saw him, he said he loved me. It was never enough. What do you have to say to that, Steve? Nothing coming back. He knew I wasn't coming back. He used to text me. I was supportive of him. But I won't by any means, you know, cheating on my husband or anything. And he'd see me out and about, so it's like he didn't have to invite me out anywhere because he could see me in their circles. So how are you doing these days now, Stephen? Now we've got over that heaviness? Well, he didn't get what he wanted at all. How are you doing now? I think he wishes he hadn't have done it. I think most people feel like that, you know, when they get over the other side and they see what's what. Briefly, it's too late. Too late. Can you heal? I mean, yeah, you did upset all your family. You broke them, didn't you? What's the difference between this life and the afterlife, Stephen? Graduation to enlightenment, slow, steady progress, the right thing. Oh, I've got a tingle, thank you. You still serve a higher purpose, so the higher purpose you know, you're thinking of in this life is still a higher purpose with Rose in the afterlife. Massive cloud just came right across my window. Okay. What do you get up to then on the other side? Let's have a look. This will take some time. I've got all the time in the world, honey. Come on then. Tell me. What do you get up to? Well, for a start, you feel much better. Okay. You can move around as well. There's movement there. I'm not going to say it's a human body at all, but I'm going to say it's, you know, you get to move and go all over. There's different dimensions as well, or levels. So I do see I'll say less desirables. Okay. I kind of feel like rats. Okay, what else? So this is about not giving so much information, so information not passed on. Alright, so when you pass over, you'll go through your life review. You're in I believe, a holding pattern, and so you're in there. But it does mean that when you go and eventually are free to, I don't know, rejoin the others, that information doesn't come with you. But if that's so, do you mean other people don't get to read your mind? No. Do you mean, what do you mean? Just ask. What do you mean about information not being passed on? Oh, you can't apologise. Can't apologise. It's the information of your life. Absolutely. I know you was involved with as well. So I think they feel sad that they, you know, most of them want to apologise and they're not able to. How long does that last? They have to wait until they get back up there, don't they? Yeah. Steve, if there's anything you could say to your parents, what would you say? Oh, look at that. That's sad. That is really sad. Because they won't ever stop grieving. It's like, it's not something they can get over. It's like that halfway mark, you know. You have to live with that darkness as well as the light, you know, that would be in your life. Family, enjoying things, smiling, happiness. So it's kind of diminished. I'm getting a lot of patting on my head. You start kissing my neck and you'll be out of here, do you hear me? It's like can't undo it, can't apologise and can't undo it. How long have you been watching me for, Steve? The Knight of Wands, this is a teenager. Progress. Recently. Why recently and not long term? Chose not to, just chose to stay away because obviously didn't want to play with my head or out like that. And you know, I had my mum really, really ill. I was ill. There's always been some, you know. My husband was ill, so he stayed back. Okay. Will you ever reincarnate, Steve? No, I don't think he will. I don't think he will. This is like get out, so he couldn't wait to get out of this life. And even though he probably has had his life review and everything is turned upside down, he doesn't want to come back to a earth life. Okay. What's it like then? What's it like, you know, what can we expect when we pass over? Tell us a good thing. A good thing is you get highlights. You don't get a full movie. What's the good thing? It'll blow our mind. Stuff we're not supposed to know that we learn. Okay, good. What we're supposed to not know. There's a star. About how to shine, how to ascend, the beauty within, the lights around us. This is all like consciousness as well. Woo! Is it consciousness as well? Yes. So it's like we receive downloads and information. I've always thought it is when we're asleep. Anyway, we receive that. And what you do with that information is down to you. We're never meant to know. We're never meant to know. A lot of the same colours here though. You got moon, you got stars, you got crystal balls, you've got light. So the future predictions, hope and healing, uncertainty. And darkness. Okay, Steve, can you see the future? Yes or no? What's in the card? No? Why not? Because you have to work with others. And I think you have to, it's after a long time, so this information ain't just trusted with anyone. You know what, this Steve died about 18. Oh dear, 18. 2018, so what's that? 8 years it's taken for him. Show me the Ace of Swords if time is different between the afterlife and now. I didn't get an ace, but I got the one. I got the one. No, I think you can slow down time over there. I think you can speed it up as well. Yeah, you can go forwards, you can go backwards. In their time, so like from the time you pass over, so you might want to enjoy 5 years in a meadow field, for example, and then think, oh no, I'll just go back 2.5 years and spend, you know, whatever. I mean, what would be the point in going back and forth? Well, would we go back and forth? In case we missed anything. If we stay too long in a... Yeah, if we feel we're staying too long in a certain place. I can't quite believe this. All right, what do you want to tell me, Steve? Oh my God. No, I feel terrible. Because I can't answer. And I wish you love and happiness as well, Steve. I don't really know what you're saying. Do you know what? I just feel like this is a time repeating itself. You know, when somebody tells you they love you and you don't want to betray your husband, but then I want to make somebody feel better. And my kids will be listening to this as well, so I don't know. I'll say it in private. Okay, what else do I need to... Do you want me to know? You've got another 2 cards and then we've got to call it a day, I'm afraid. Bad, everything at you, mental health, unable to cope. He suffered with terrible, terrible depression. I mean, it was just unreal for him. So, and I know he wasn't able to cope. Everything, especially made worse. He was just trapped in a body that didn't work for him, in society that couldn't cope with him. And your last card. You're the best thing. These are all the things that he used to say to me. But I did ask him, and I did ask you to stop drinking. But I can't. Will you show up again in the future, or should I just be blessed that it's now? He'll show up, but not the way I think, not the way I think. Well, I don't mind you, you know, saying hi to the girls and boys on my channel. Will you be able to do that every now and again? Yes, that's a yes. Okay, what can I tell you to help you heal, Stephen? Just giving him the confirmation and attention and praise. Think of good times, you know. Think of good times. Think of all the things that he said to me, because they was true. Actually, I have to say, for a drunk, he didn't abuse me at all, or even swear at me, or talk down to me. Praise for the good times. And definitely you get that, Stephen. We did have some good times with some absolutely outrageous times. It was a lot of fun. Just a shame, really, how it all ended. But yes, I will talk to you, and I will confirm, and I will give you the attention you need. You know, I can only think of one time when I've asked about you. Oh no, a few times after you passed. But you weren't ready then. You look ready to me now. I loved having you in my life, Stephen, okay? I did. I really did. So I guess in hindsight then, it's like with other people, not just the person who's talking to me now, but, you know, maybe we could talk about them a little bit more and be, you know, a bit more, give them a bit more praise. They're like that. And because it goes both ways, they only feel now and listen to the good parts of what they got from you, not the negative, which you'd think it was the other way around, but anyway. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. No point asking me messages for your parents, Stephen, because I think it'd just upset them. Anyway, they know they love you, and they know you loved them as well. Oh, right, I'm going to sign off, Steve. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Oh, he's just saying it's his fault. Are you trying to apologise still? Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's saying he got it wrong. He got it wrong. No, he's not. Are you saying you don't want to let go? Oh my word. The truth, the truth. Well, I've got to go. I've got to go. Feel free to hang around, but I've got to go, Stephen. Losing more than you again. It's as if I feel like you're just going on and on about things like he did in this life. I lost you. I don't want to lose you. I got it all wrong. I didn't behave as I should. I was always truthful. Losing more than you gain. Okay. Right, Stephen. I absolutely forgive you, okay? The time we had was great, to a point. But you've got to stop. You've got to stop this. Go in peace and be at peace, please. You know what? I think Spirit's trying and hang on. Like now, he's trying to hang on. Well, because I've never asked about him before. I mean, obviously I did after his death, but I didn't ask about him. And then when my husband's mum came through on a candle, I don't know if I told you, but anyway, and it was my husband's mother that got through. And that's because I never asked her about her. So how many other spirits are hanging about us that I haven't asked about? How many others? I don't know, you've got a death card reverse there, so I don't know. Probably, do you know what? Probably, because I'm getting upside down here. So, you know, if you think of all your family members that you weren't asked about or spoke to in years or thought about, I kind of feel it's like that. You know, they're always there. They just need to be called in, or they need to feel their strength to whip in and hijack reading. So for people out there then that have lost people as well, especially those that have taken their own life, what's the advice to them? Well, they must be really, really desperate and afraid, and they've give up, you know, on thinking things will get better. Another set of pills, still depressed. Another set of pills, still depressed. Now we've got a chest infection on top of that. Then you're gonna can't go to work, and then, you know, everything spirals out of control. Some kind of addiction as well, mate, you know, is a case. But it's like, just at that moment, they do not feel their life can improve at all. I think that's it really, when people believe it won't get much better and it's getting a whole shitload worse. The things we value in life, you know. So say if you had you lost your job and then you've got your housing, or you can't pay for your kids, or, you know, stuff like that, and then it just ends up spiralling and spiralling to the point that even losing the house, they might think, oh right, that's it, you know, I've got nothing left. Or a divorce, she's divorcing me, I've got nothing left to live for. But people like me and you, we know that things will change if we just hang on in there long enough. And these people don't. They just can't see it. They can't see what's in front of them. And shame, humiliation, you know, looking bad. whether it's that you've kicked off on a night out, or that, you know, removals are turning up at your fancy house, or your car's getting towed away. You know, people find humiliation different. There's different reasons, you know, why. But it's because they can't see. And how do we get comforted by that? Well, most people want to blame themselves, you know. We didn't do enough, we didn't see the warning signs, you know. Maybe they've criticised this person and said, you know, you need to get yourself together. The last time is always the hardest to hear. The last time, like the text I got, I need help. It's like they reach out and say something that's odd, and then when they've done something like that, they don't realise. Well, they do realise. We think the last words they ever said to us makes us the cause of it. Guilt trips. We can't let their last actions overrule ours. But, you know, I do feel like they feel better, so I don't know, he's probably spent 8 years, you know, doing some soul searching. I have no idea, actually. Where have you been for the last 8 years? Yeah, working on things, trying to deal with things. Well, they die because they can't deal with things, and then they go up there and they think they're going to be able to deal with things, and they realise they can't deal with things either. It takes 2 people to resolve stuff. Also, as well, has been frightened of, you know, coming about. They take interest in us, definitely. And just because you don't see it, hear it, feel it, doesn't mean to say that they're not there. They are in the room with us, and it's not that it's a school or anything, you know. They're all packed in here, but it's not like they're just watching. They're cleaning up, or they're washing the pots, or they're doing something, you know. Maybe sat reading the paper or watching the telly. These are all the things we can't see, and like I say, I just absolutely feel like we go through each other. You know, our different realities can collide at some point, yet we don't even realise it. And there will be some symptoms, you know, like deja vu, putting your keys down, thinking you definitely put it there, looking for something and it's not there, and then you go back and it's there. You know, there's all sorts of ways you could play with this and realise, but I'll leave that up to you guys. Okay, guys, that's it from me. That's it from Stephen. Thank you very much, Stephen. I don't like to be dismissive at all. It's your first time. But anyway, yeah, so that's what it was on 27.21 on part 2 of the Fergie video. So thank you. Okay, guys, I'm sorry it wasn't the start of video, but we just kept going and going and going. So amazing, amazing. Okay, guys, bye now. Bye-bye.